welcome back to the channel. It's Lauren. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're doing well. Today I'm super excited for this perfume video because we're gonna be getting into spring scents. I am gonna be sharing with you 20. I know it's a lot, but I went through my collection and I picked out all the fragrances that I'm excited and want to try and be using in the spring months. Now, I did keep this separate from summer. I feel like there's a light difference, but there's something different. So I kept more to like florals, I would say, lighter things, maybe a little bit more green fragrances. And I feel like this is a big break for me because most of this scent journey has been getting into fall, getting into colder months. I've been loving gourmands and vanillas. I mean, how many times have you guys heard me talk about Vanilla Sky? Okay, it's been a lot. So I'm excited to talk about just new stuff. Some of the stuff you've seen me talk about in different videos, but I'm just excited to have like a different theme and like, you know, a kind of new rolling over transition into some different fragrances and, you know, like accords and types of fragrances. And I'm doing this video also because I want to push myself to get out of my vanillas. Like, I know that it's going to be happening, so I want to start getting excited about these. And like I said, I have 20, so I should get started on them. I'm going to try to keep it brief, but who knows what the heck will actually happen. And I hope this inspires you if you have different fragrances at home to go through, pick out some of your spring ones, get excited for them now that the weather is kind of, it depends, it's day by day, starting to warm up. So first, I want to talk about the newest fragrance to my collection. This was actually gifted to me by Twisted Lily. I am an affiliate with them, so you can use my code and save some money. They sell tons of niche perfumes, which I personally do love. I love a niche perfume. I would say overall, it's where I tend to find the perfumes that I love the absolute most. But the one I picked out for this month is I Am Trash by Etat Libre d'Orange. I'm sorry if that hurt your ears. I really tried. This is one I've been sampling for a while. I actually bought a huge sampler from this brand and I've smelled a lot of their stuff. So it was all my friends, we got together and I made us all smell them. And this brand does some, you know, kind of funky, kind of fun fragrances. They're kind of playful in how they do it. And I Am Trash is actually really cool because they use like recycled materials to make the fragrance. So this was created by upcycling. I'm reading off the website here. It says it's the first luxury perfume created by upcycling, using trashed ingredients to create something truly beautiful, which I agree with. It's really great. This has exhausted rose petals in it, already distilled sandalwood chips, leftover apples from the food industry. And this is such a beautiful, fruity, floral fragrance. And again, you know, we're getting into new scents for me for fruity and floral. I don't talk about those a ton on my channel, or at least not when I'm like raving, but I really love this scent. And one of the reasons is it has ISO Super, which is one of my favorite like molecule type scents. I just think that smells amazing. But the apple in here is just so, it's bright, but not too poppy. It's a really nice fresh note. There's also a rose note, like it said, those rose petals, and the rose in here playing with the apple, I feel like keeps it really fresh and bright. And then that ISO Super kind of almost has like a woody, to me, there's almost something about it that's like metallic or like woody, which you would not think metallic and woody would go together, but I'm just saying there's something almost kind of tangy coming from that ISO Super. Again, if you've ever smelled Eccentric Molecules Molecule 01, like that's what that is. And I feel like those three notes are really the most prominent, what I'm really getting. I almost get something kind of peppery as well. So in this it says there's apple, ISO Super, a Kagala wood, rose, Atlas cedar, and sandalwood in here. And so I just feel like it's pretty grounded with those woodsy notes. It has the apple for something fruity, it has the rose for something floral, and it's just done really well. I find it to be kind of fresh and just the bareliest bit sweet. So it's definitely not overly sweet. It's definitely not cloying. It's not going to feel too heavy. And I think it's a perfect one for spring. It's so good, you guys. It's so good. And you know, I've been trying to find roses that I like, and this is a rose that I genuinely like. I just think this smells amazing. So I love that. It's very similar to me, almost to like a Juliet Has a Gun type of fragrance. Like it could be in that family. If they came out with something like that, I wouldn't be surprised. Just to give you guys an idea of like where that scent fits in. So yeah, thank you so much to Twisted Lily for sending this to me. Of course, if you guys want to try out a sample or try this perfume, I'll have a link down below and you can use my code to save 10% off. But yeah, I really, really love this. I'm so excited to get a ton of wear out of this in the spring. I feel like next, naturally, it feels good to go into Juliet Has a Gun Pear Inc. because I feel like this is kind of similar to the last one I talked about. This has like ambroxan in it. It has a pear note. note in it. It's definitely different, but I feel like there's something about them that's similar where they're fruity and they have those molecule notes, but they're not overly sweet. And so there's something about them that stays really fresh. I feel like they're also very unisex because they don't pull too sweet. They don't pull too floral. They stay kind of clean. This almost has something showery about it, like something kind of watery and shampoo-y, but again, not overly sweet and not overly watery. It just stays fresh. I love that. And I think going into spring, it's like I love that kind of, the air is warmer, but it's still kind of crisp and cool, and I feel like these still go well with that. I realized that I didn't read the notes on this. So this has pear in the top, ambroxan in the mid, and then musk and ambretaloid in the base. So it's super musky, and it's kind of like the pear version of even Juliet's, you know, not a perfume. It's very, very good. Okay, next is one I'm really excited to talk about. I don't think I've talked about this really on my channel much. This is the St. Julep perfume from Imaginary Authors. I have a whole video testing out like all of the fragrances from Imaginary Authors, so I'll leave that down below if you're interested. But this one is one that I thought was full bottle worthy. And out of the ones that I picked up, this is probably my favorite one. There is something about this that's so unique. It is this airy, minty lime, kind of like a mint julep fragrance. The lime in here though is not sharp. There's nothing too citrusy about it. It's definitely a smoothed out lime. I feel like you're really getting this almost sugar cube scent to it, like an airy, simple syrup in the drink. And to me, the way that sweetness carries in this fragrance reminds me of Baccarat. I'm not saying this smells like Baccarat, but I would say that this would be Baccarat's like mint julep, limey, citrusy brother or something, you know what I mean? I really love how refreshing this is. Some of the notes on the back, it says sweet mint, tangerine, southern magnolia, bourbon, grisolva, sugar cube, and crushed ice, and it just feels just as refreshing as that. Like, it's just so beautiful. And although the sugar cube is in there, and I've even mentioned a simple syrup, it still stays light and airy. It does not feel heavy. It does not feel sticky. It feels just so appropriate for the springtime. Oh, it's so good. So excited to wear that. I feel like longevity on it is maybe not as long as I wish, especially not as long as the other two that I've mentioned already, but I think it's just a beautiful fragrance and definitely super unique to my collection. Next, let's talk about this one. This was actually gifted to me from Viktor and Rolf, which is amazing. This is Flowerbomb Ruby Orchid. It's the newest fragrance from them, and I was so excited to try this out. I don't know if I would have picked this up otherwise, and this one is so, oh my god, I feel like so confused by my feelings from this, but I'm so excited to wear it, especially because this is quite heavy vanilla, so I don't have to leave vanilla all the way behind going into spring, because there's also quite a bit of floral coming from this, as well as this kind of fruity note. And the fruit in here is peach. There's like this peach note and a vine note in the top. And I find it so, there's something about it that's so interesting because it doesn't stay completely fruity. It doesn't stay completely peachy. There is a vine. Like, I get something kind of green that kind of puts a stop to that fruitiness. In the mid notes, there's orchid, and then the base is the vanilla bean. And really where I love this is like, as I'm smelling the end of the smell, I really pick up so much of that vanilla, and it is like an addicting vanilla to me. It is a vanilla that I constantly want to go back and smell. I love the way that it smells. I'm like so surprised by myself. The peach in the top, it's not super like Georgia peachy to me. I feel like when you tell me it's peach and I'm smelling it, I'm like, oh, okay, I believe you. But when I smell it, there's something so creamy about it. There's so much vanilla in here that I don't pick up initially, or it's not super prominent to me that it is peach. So just something I thought I would throw out there. It smells fruity, but there's just so much vanilla that is, oh, so good. I really actually like this. I don't think that it smells too much like Flowerbomb. It has no spiciness at all about it. The closest thing that could be to something like that is the way the vine note hits, the greenness in it. It's not spicy, but maybe there could be some type of comparison there to me, but it really doesn't smell like Flowerbomb to me, although there still feels like this Viktor and Rolf DNA. It's been an interesting one for me to test out because, again, I didn't think that I was gonna love this, but I'm loving it more and more. So I definitely think this one will be a nice one to wear in the springtime. And I think that that vanilla note, although it's kind of heavy and it's kind of sweet, I think it will still play really nice in the springtime. So I'm really excited to be wearing that one in spring. I guess now is a pretty appropriate time just to talk about all the Marc Jacobs fragrances I have, because if there were ever a time for the Daisy line to shine, it's definitely springtime. Like, it's all about Daisy. Even the, you know, kind of spin-off flankers from Daisy Daisy, Daisy Love, Daisy Oh So Fresh. They all have something about them that I feel like just plays so perfect into the spring and into the summer months, like warmer months. The most recent one in my collection is Daisy Love Skies. This one has like something kind of shampoo-y and watery about it, I would say as well. In the top notes, it has salt, cloudberry, raspberry, mid notes, whipped cream, daisy, and ambrette, and then moss, white woods, and amber in the base. I think this is a really nice, pleasant scent. I was really excited to try this just because it was the new one this year, and I do like it. It's not my favorite. I wouldn't say it's my absolute favorite out of the Daisy line that I have, but I definitely want to get some good wear out of this one in the summertime, and I'm really happy that that salt note in it, it's not too tangy. I feel like salt notes always pick up kind of tangy to my nose, and this one's not like that. I do wish that the whipped cream was a little more lactonic, a little more creamy in here, but I would say that it really follows a lot of the Marc Jacobs fragrances. Like, you can tell it's a part of that universe. Another one from the Daisy Love line, I have Daisy Love Spring, and this one I wanted to pick up because it's heavily fig. So there's like 2 fig notes in here. There's pink peony in the top, fig in the mid notes, and fig nectar in the base. And you do pick up on that fig, but I don't find it to be overly, like the nectar made me think that maybe this is going to be a little more syrupy, but it's really not. Again, I feel like it follows the Daisy DNA, but I do find that little bit of fig coming through. I don't feel like it's as much as it's in there. It's not as prominent to me as other fig notes. I mean, it's there, don't get me wrong. I mean, I just love fig. Like, you know, Philosykos is coming up. I love a very figgy fragrance, and I feel like for how much fig is in here, maybe it doesn't come across as much as I thought, but I still think it's nice, and I think it's a really nice iteration of Daisy. And I mean, what a perfect name, Daisy Spring. How can you not wear that in the springtime? Like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna try to get my use out of this in the spring. Second to last Daisy, I have one of the Daisy Oh So Fresh. This is the Daze version. I picked this up at Nordstrom Rack. I felt like it was a pretty good price there, so I would check out Nordstrom Rack. Maybe this will be there. Oh, this is so good. This sticks to the regular Daisy so much. Definitely that floral. As much as it's not exactly Daisy, it's so similar to it that I still get so many of those scent memories. This has white peach in the top, orchard blossom in the mid, and then a peach at the base. And it is peachy, but again, I don't know what's wrong, but this doesn't read peach. I guess maybe I'm just thinking of the peach fragrances that you might smell at like Bath & Body Works, where it's just like peach Bellini, you know, like, or Georgia peach or farm stand peach or all those peaches. These don't smell like that. They smell, I feel like, more refined maybe, or just less in your face, like so potent peach, but it's really nice. I feel like more florals coming through, so it's this beautiful, really feminine and girly fragrance, but I find still kind of clean and not too sweet as well. So I really like this, and again, oh, it brings back so many memories. I'm just a sucker for the Daisy, and that brings me to my final one. This is Daisy Oh So Intense. I got this last year at Sephora. It was in one of the like kits. This is one of the ones I picked out. This isn't exactly like the original Daisy. There's something about this that's a little bit deeper and richer, and I really actually appreciate that about this one. The way the strawberry note is in here is so perfect. It makes me really want to look into more strawberry fragrances, although some strawberry I feel like can go a little too berry medicine, kind of like almost syrupy, almost like a just fake strawberry. I don't like that smell, but this one doesn't have that. It's just a beautiful, beautiful strawberry note. In the top, this has strawberry, pear, and bergamot. In the mid notes, honey, jasmine, and rose, and then vanilla musk, benzoin, and moss in the base, and it's stunning. I think this is a great one for all the time, but it's also just that little bit richer, which I think makes it really nice for nighttime as well. I love this fragrance. I'm such a sucker for the Daisy fragrances. I think they're so perfectly girly and beautiful and floral and fruity and not too sweet but sweet, you know? Like, they're just such a great balance to me personally, and definitely some of my favorite designer perfumes that are out there. Like, this is more my style, to give you guys a bit of a hint. Since I already told you, I might as well say that Philosykos is on here from Diptyque. I have a ton of fig fragrances. I'm planning on doing a video at some point. I'm really excited for the Sun Fruit fragrance from Ellis Brooklyn, which is fig as well. This is this is like figgy, woody pencil shavings to me. That's what I get. It's a very dry wood to me. Oh, and if you love fig, you need to at least go smell this. This is definitely not a super sweet, syrupy fig. I feel like that's one of the ways it can go, but this is like a dry, green fig. So me in a fragrance, and I really like how clean this feels. There's something about it that's like reminiscent of like cut grass in a way, like the way the green notes are in here. Highly suggest this. Also, if you like Moroccan fig, I think it is from Melanie Getz, which I believe has been discontinued. This is very, very similar to that same type of fig. This might be slightly sweeter actually, but very, very similar. Just thought I'd throw that out there because that was one I really, really loved and was so sad that it's been discontinued. But I feel like Philosykos is like, it's right there. That same type of fig is in this fragrance. So, so good. And I think perfect for spring. It's perfect for summer. And a lot of these could be all year round scents even. Maybe not in the dead of winter or like the coldest of cold. I just love something that's going to warm you up. I feel like I've been learning about myself, but I feel like these could wear a lot of the year. I thought I would talk about another really heavily floral and vanilla fragrance. To me, this is kind of similar to the Ruby Orchid in how it's florally and sweet, but very vanilla heavy. And I think that's why I like it so much. And this is Donna Born in Roma from Valentino. I know this is an incredibly popular fragrance and there is a reason. This is just good, you guys. This is just so good. I believe there's black currant in the top. There's some jasmine in the mid notes and like bourbon vanilla in the base. Yeah, there's also pink pepper in the top and bergamot, jasmine tea. There's cashmerean in the base, guaiac wood. This is just one that like everyone loves. Like almost everyone. I mean, you might not. There might be one of you out there who don't, but guys love this. All my friends love this, like crowd pleaser. So if you're looking for something that, you know, you can just wear every single day, you're gonna get compliments on, I think people are gonna ask you, what are you wearing? Because this is just good. I'm learning that as much as, you know, florals and me can be rough depending, I do find jasmine is one that I do tend to enjoy in a lot of fragrance. This feels like it has no age as well. So it's like, anyone could wear this at any age. I mean, you can wear anything at any age, but I'm just saying it doesn't place like that to me. It's just good. It just smells great. It could be sexy. It could be young. It could be flirty. It could be anything. You could wear it anywhere. I feel like that's how this one is. It's just beautiful. And for me, I'm especially excited to wear it during the springtime. And I feel like this one's quite unique for me in my collection and what I tend to be drawn to and gravitate to. I'm like surprised by how much I like this, but like I cannot deny this shit is good. This shit is so good. This you can get at Sephora. I definitely suggest trying it out because it smells amazing. And I love that vanilla running through it. It really softens up all the florals so they're not too screechy to me. I think that's why I enjoy it. And again, I love the vanilla in there. I think I like the vanilla in the Ruby Orchid better. Like this one, I'm telling you, I will just keep sniffing it on my arm because I love the way it smells when I get into that vanilla. But yeah, they're very similar to me. I think of them in the same kind of category with how they play with the vanilla. I guess I'll talk about another vanilla heavy fragrance. This is probably the last one that's super vanilla to me. This is Ellis Brooklyn's Sci Fi, and this is a like citrusy vanilla tea fragrance, and it's quite unique. I feel like I don't have anything quite like this in my collection. I almost think of this as like a beautiful creamsicle type of fragrance, the way the vanilla plays with the citruses in here. Adds something a touch creamy, not super creamy, but there's something about it that plays that way. There's still a brightness though with the way the citruses and also that tea note. And so it's that perfect mix, I feel like, of having that sweetness, of having the vanilla because I love vanilla, but keeping it the spring version because of those brighter notes. This has bitter orange and bergamot in the top notes, green tea and pink freesia in the mid, and then vanilla bean and cashmere wood in the base. I just think this is beautiful. Like, I think it plays into the same line too of like Donna Born in Roma. If you like that, maybe try this if you're into citrus. I know some people really hate citruses though. This is citrus heavy, but again, that vanilla really rounds it out. So I love this one. It's definitely, again, unique. Sam does not like this, but I do. I've loved this. It's so good. I love that one. This just has me so excited for spring and summer. Like, I'm ready, and I didn't know if I'd get there. I think that's something that also makes me excited because I was starting to get sad that I couldn't wear, or that I knew the time of my vanillas, the time of my like oody leathers were coming to an end. So I'm excited about getting into some of these lighter scents. I didn't know if that change would happen, and I'm so glad that it is. And it has me so excited to see what my nose discovers and how it changes and how I feel going back to some of the scents I used to love. It all changes so much. So anyway, okay, let's talk about some musky type scents. I have some of those going on. This one from Skylar is called Pink Canyon, and this This one is, again, another pretty unique fragrance on the market. There's something super clean about this, but not in a way that feels like headache inducing or like too screechy. There is a salt note in here. There's also some grapefruit as well as some cedar. So in the top it says dewy lemon, grapefruit, sage leaves. So there's something aromatic about it as well. There's magnolia, lily of the valley, and tiare petals in the mid, and then sheer amber, pink salt, cedar, and musk in the base. This is for the person who has their life together. You don't want something too fruity. Although there's citruses in here, again, citrus kind of is its own category than fruity. It doesn't play the same. There's something really clean and put together. It feels like a fresh breeze. It feels like you've been meditating and you're breathing in that first breath of the morning after you've seen the sunrise. Like, that's the vibe of this. Like, you're about to have like a productive day that's not toxic, you know, like just in a good way. You maybe are wearing like a crispy button down white shirt. You have your hair slicked back. You wear like dainty gold jewelry and you're about to get shit done in a good way. Like, I don't know. That's what I get from this. There's something just clean and put together, and I really like it. I find it also quite unique, and I love a musk as well. So that's definitely, I think, part of it. Really love this one. If you're into the more clean fragrances, I think you should check this one out. Again, I think it's very different. Another really beautiful musk is from Ulrich Lang. This one is called Lethe, and this one's definitely way different than Pink Canyon. Again, it's musky, but there's a lavender note in here, and it's something, I think lavender is so beautiful, especially when it's not too masculine. I feel like that can happen a lot, but this is very unisex. Anyone could wear this fragrance, but there's something really soft about it. I think there maybe is like a cashmere note in here. Let's see. Yeah, cashmere one. I knew it because it's just, you can tell there's something about it that's smoothed out, you know, something smooth about it. So this is bergamot and lavender in the top. There's cashmere wood, cedar, and water lily in the mid notes, and then musk, tonka bean, amber, and vanilla in the base. But nothing about this is too sweet at all, so don't think that with the vanilla. It's not like the vanillas in those other fruity florals at all. It's a really perfect like skin scent that's gonna stick on you, and it does stick on your clothes. It's not the most long lasting, I wouldn't say. It's just a beautiful musk, and I think a good signature scent, something that's not overpowering. You're not gonna get a headache from this one either. I feel like this has more of a clean like note to it. There's something soft, like clean pillows, you know? Instead of a crispy white shirt, this is like clean pillows, you know? In the afternoon, you're taking a nap, but you're not gonna wake up groggy. It's just actually what your body needed, you know? That's how this one is. I love this. Every time I spray this, Sam's always like, ooh, what was that? He really likes this one as well. I feel like Ulrich Lang does some really nice fragrances. There's a few on my list to either smell or actually get from the house. I don't think we could talk about musks without talking about Musk Therapy. This I got for my birthday from a friend, which is insane. I'm so grateful. But Musk Therapy is a really, it's like a tangy musk. This has, I think it's bergamot and black currant in it, so you get some tang from that black currant for sure. And the musk in there, there's something about it. I feel like it's a very animalic musk in here. Something kind of sexy. It's definitely there. Something almost sweaty about it, but in a good way. This has mandarin orange in it too. I can smell that citrus. The orange definitely for sure. There's magnolia, white sandalwood, and hedoine. I don't know. Anyway, I love this, and I think it's perfect, again, kind of citrusy for the springtime. I think it works great there. And I'm also planning on mixing this with other perfumes, just kind of have that musky, citrusy base to something else. I kind of wonder how this would pair with Sci Fi, since this already has some of those citruses going on, but just has some more vanilla. I think I might try that combo out, just to kind of soften this again, because it's a little bit more refreshing, but then animalic. So, you know, it has both of those going on, but I think it's a beautiful fragrance and a really beautiful musk. I would check that one out too if you're into the musky scents. Something kind of similar, I feel like, to the Initio one is Bal d'Afrique from Byredo. If you've tried Musk Therapy but haven't tried this, I would try it. This does have like vetiver in it, but there's something about the way citrus plays in this. It's almost like they took the musk like as a base from Musk Therapy and then built on top of it in this one. Like, if I'm thinking about how they might be kind of related. This has lemon, black currant, bergamot, African orange flower in the top, as well as tagates. Then there's violet, cyclamen, and jasmine in the mid notes, and then vetiver, amber, musk, and Virginia cedar in the base. Beautiful, beautiful everyday scent. I feel like this is bright, but also could play kind of sexy at night. It could be for a guy, a girl, like anyone could wear this scent. It's a great signature, great for any time of the year. And as much as I'm saying that Musk Therapy something about it. They like remind me of each other. I do think it's quite unique as well. Really, really love this. I think that violet adds something too. I really love violet and like iris type stuff. So can't wait to wear this, specifically in spring. I think for me, I'm someone who does like to switch up my perfumes. I like to wear something different like every day. So I feel like for me, this works best most likely to wear in the spring and summer. We're just gonna continue on with these expensive ass perfumes. I'm excited to wear my Greenwich Village from Bond number 9 in springtime. This is probably the most gourmand thing on this list. There's a praline note in here, but this has lychee, cassis, mandarin orange in the top, peony, water lily, jasmine in the mid, and ambroxan, praline, vanilla, musk, and oak moss in the base. So you get something kind of sweet, but then there's also something really fresh about this fragrance as well. It's quite unique. I feel like it is the less lactonic version. I don't know if people are gonna agree with me, but if you like Zadig and Voltaire, this is her. I think you should try this one out because I feel like there's something, they're somehow they're related. I haven't quite put my finger on why, but I feel like they're just both abnormal enough in a similar way that I feel like they're in the same ballpark somehow. But there's something really fresh and fruity about this, but that vanilla comes in, that praline comes in, and ambroxan's in there. And I really like the way that those kind of hold down the base and give this something rounded and really quite different. So I love this one. I think it's perfect for spring. I think this specifically is a perfect spring sweet scent. Not all of these are. A lot of them, again, are more musky or green or like green woody even or aromatic. This is one of the more sweeter scents on here, and I'm really excited. I think it's going to be perfect for spring. Second to last, I'm bringing out an oldie but a goodie. This is Blackberry Bay from Jo Malone. I've had this bottle for forever. I loved this fragrance for so long. This is what I used to wear all of the time. I don't know, years and years ago. I've bought this multiple times, and this is a very green scent. It's so funny to smell it now. It's so interesting to think of how in love I was with this, and then to think of the scents that I think that way about now. Definitely aren't this, although I have a sweet spot in my heart for this, and I think it's still really nice. That blackberry is kind of tangy, and then the bay leaf in there, it's just so good. It really is a great green, fresh fragrance. There's something almost screechy about it. There is, I think, but still so good. I feel like if you're someone who just can't do something cloying, you can't do something overly sweet or even overly floral, try this one out from Jo Malone. It's so beautiful, again, unisex. It has blackberry, bay leaf, grapefruit, cedar, vetiver, and floral notes in it, and it's one of those fruity without being sweet fragrances. It's kind of similar to the I Am Trash too. I feel like these kind of work all in the same realm together for a type of spring scent. So if you like one of these, maybe give the other one a try. If you're looking for something in the same vein, but you don't want obviously the same exact perfume, either the Juliet Has a Gun, Pear Inc, Blackberry Bay from Jo Malone, or the I Am Trash from Etat Les Blanches. Those I feel like all are kind of in the same realm. And then last, let's finish this video up. This is one that I want to actually get some wear out of because I haven't got the chance to test it. I bought this going into fall and winter, so strawberry really wasn't the perfect perfume for that. This is from Malin & Getz. The top notes on this say lactonic, and I just have to say disagree. There's milk in it. It says there's milk in it, but I don't get anything like creamy like that at all. I don't get it. I don't get why that's there. Seriously, I don't think the Orris is carrying enough like creamy or powderiness to like help with that. But this has strawberry, pink pepper, and bergamot in the top, milk, jasmine, and green notes in the mid, and then musk, cedar, oak moss, and orris in the base. This is very, very fresh. I feel like if Daisy were too sweet for you, you could go with this one and be a little bit less floral, maybe a little bit more unisex. Like, again, anyone can wear any fragrance, but just trying to give you an idea that this is like the toned down, more green, less sweet, less fruity, less floral version of Daisy to me. There's something about this in the same realm. It's definitely more green to me. I definitely can pick up on the pink pepper also, so it gives it something, but it's not super spicy. I feel like it just helps tone down some of the strawberry. I have absolutely no idea why the lactonic note is the top on this. I'm like, I get there's milk in the notes, but I just don't pick it up in the way that I expect to seeing that. But I really like this. Again, kind of in the similar realm, but a little bit different to those other ones I just mentioned. But those are all the freaking scents I'm excited to wear this spring. I was wrong. There's one more perfume, so let me get into that really fast. This is Clean Reserve's Radient Nectar. How could I forget? This is another pear heavy fragrance. It is the sweeter version of Pear Inc. from Julep Has a Gun. Yeah, ooh, if you like, this is just like Ariana Grande's God Is a Woman. Very similar. It's less sweet. It's like in between. So there's Julep Has a Gun over here, Pear Inc. Then there's Clean Reserve's Radiant Nectar, and then there's God Is a Woman. on the more sweet side. It's beautiful. It has that ambroxan as well. It has, I think, that musk mallow. It has tobacco blossom orris and carrot seeds in the mid notes, musk, ambroxan, and white cedar extract in the base. And this is just a really nice, fruity, slightly sweet, musky scent. And I think the pear and musk pair so they pair so well together though. They couple so well. And I quite like this one. I don't know between the two. I think I'm more, oh, it's hard. They're just different. They're just different still, even though they have similar notes. Like I'm reminded of each one every time I wear the other. They're just different though. So I'm not even gonna compare. One's sweeter, one's not. I guess that's the best way to put it for me. But anyway, that's actually the end of this list. My 20 perfumes I'm so excited to wear for spring. I am just excited to get into a different scent profile, different types of scents, lighter scents, green scents, and rediscover that part because I feel like this category, a spring scent, is what I was way more into back in the day. I wanted something light, something from Jo Malone, something from Atelier Cologne. That was more my style, and I've definitely expanded my horizons, but yeah, I'm kind of excited to refine that love. I might pick up a couple. I really want to get Mojave Ghost still. I mean, my gosh, it's been on my list for forever. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy. I hope it inspires you to pick out some spring perfumes to get excited about. Let me know your favorite spring perfumes, what you're excited to wear now that the weather is kind of warming up, hopefully. And yeah, thank you so much for watching and being here. I hope you're having an amazing day, and other than that, I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.